Nighttime, as they say, is the right time for taking summer cats. Just ask Bill Dance as he targets eating-sized cats on prepared baits.
Now let me show you the bait that we've selected to use. It's a mighty good one. They're called night crawler links. All they are, they're just bite-sized sections of pure beef impregnated with real night crawler extract, which is an excellent attractor for catfish. As you can see out behind me, we've got this dike that runs out into the river. We've got fast water out beyond it forming a great big eddy coming back into this pocket. And that's what we're going to be fishing tonight. Here catfish will normally position themselves along the transitional zone of fast to slack water. These areas especially are very easy to fish simply because you can position your boat in the slack water behind the dike and cast out to the edge of the current. A catfish's highly developed senses allow it to feed at night by touch, taste, and especially smell. And for this reason, it's important for an angler not to have a foreign odor on his hand, such as gasoline or insect repellent. Now, if he's fishing during the daylight hours, it's important to wash his hands after applying sunscreen or tanning lotion. Believe me, this has a major effect on the number of fish you'll catch. Let me mention a few things that are important when you're night fishing. It's imperative that you know the river or lake well. And one of the best procedures is to study the body of water you're going to fish for a day or two during the daylight to learn your way around and to know where those dangerous navigational obstacles lie. Naturally, the more familiar you are with the body of water that you're fishing, you're going to feel much more comfortable to move around and check out different locations. You don't want to just sit there and wait it out for the fish to come to you. There's one. Coming right on out. Great day in the morning. Water everywhere. You are, will it take you? Oh man. Look at that. And I'll tell you what, this is a strong pole. Oh, this is going to have to be. Where are you going? Okay, still going. Wow. Well, it's got to be the net. I can see that. I'm not going to get all hooked up again. Just slide your little self right in there, darling. That right there ain't no slouch. Now let Dr. Dance work on that hook right there, babe. Where is it? Go real easy here. Nice fish. Notice I'm not turning him loose real quick because he's got a death grip on my thumb. You know, to catch these tasty critters out of a river, fish the deep holding areas during the day and fish the shallow shoals, ridges, bars, the flats, and the ledges close to deeper water at night. Now, like the fish we're catching now are basically shallow. They're in a depth of about 6 to 12 feet. But they are very, very close to the current line and deeper water. Bigger rivers often have a river within a river. An inner river meanders from shore to shore, and you can bet your boat and motor that these areas are high percentage locations. They're called channel banks, and they're excellent when the flow of heavier current in the main channel swings close to the bank. And a good navigational chart or map as well as channel buoys will show you where the channel runs close to shore. A graft is also a valuable aid in locating these forms of structure. And when the current is strong, catfish will position themselves on the upcurrent portion or the turn-in of the channel. And when the flow is slow, they'll usually drop down just a little into the channel, except at night when they'll move up to the shallower portions of the shoal. Let me spend a minute and show you the rig that I'm using. It's called a three-way swivel rig, and it works just perfect for this type of fishing. As you can see, the swivel has three rungs, one that holds your hook, the other that holds your sinker, and the other that holds your line to your reel. This rig allows you to keep your bait up off the bottom several inches or more, especially if there's a current. Now that's good, because both the blue and the channel cats have an overbite, making it a little more difficult for them to feed directly on the bottom. Keeping the bait up will allow for more of a direct bite rather than a soft nibble. Let me tell you something when catfishing that I prefer to use when it comes to a rod. I like to use a long 6.5 to 7 foot fast action rod. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, somebody said these things ain't strong. They are crazy. Have you finished? Oh, look at that old big blue cat. Oh, I know it's hard on you. Oh, yeah. It's net time. No, I don't know if it is or not. Come on back up. Tired of you. No, it's not either. All right, come on in here. Whew, man! You talk about one that's nice. In closing, let me tell you that I think the popularity of catfishing is without a doubt in their aggressive fighting spirit. Once hooked, they use their strong brute strength to twist, turn, pull, and tug in an effort to bust free. Hey, let me tell you, pound for pound, catfish will measure up to just about any fish in pure pulling power. Regardless of how, when, or where you fish for these, to catch them on a consistent basis, you got to think in terms of location, bottom structure, time of year, and most importantly, the type of bait you're using. Like I've said many times, these old heavyweights that roam the bottom of this river can give you more 3-minute rounds than you could ever imagine. And when the bout's over, you'll have to stop and think, who came out the winner? So how about it? Give them a try.